Hey everybody, it's Bobby Nahum here with AMAC Real Estate Company. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Just want to remind you guys really quick about my YouTube channel. If you guys go to Google, just put in YouTube Bobby Nahum Real Estate and my YouTube channel should pop up. Again, great information on all things residential real estate in the Tallahassee area, as well as good information on the broader real estate market, statewide, national, and also have good information about local things going on in Tallahassee, events, restaurants, places to go for entertainment and attractions, new developments, etc., etc. So check it out. Again, YouTube, Bobby Nahum Real Estate. So today I wanted to dive into the subject of investment properties. So in today's market, investment properties are a little bit harder to come by than they used to, but I still get people that come to me on a pretty regular basis, and they say, "Hey, Bobby, I'm looking. I've got some money, and I'm looking to invest into real estate." So anyway, it's always important to know what's going on in the current market so that you can have realistic expectations about what's out there and what you can get. So, just backing up a little bit, I got into the business in late 2006 and got going in the couple of years following that, which was obviously during the depths of the recession and the foreclosure crisis. So, a lot of my business in those days was working with investors, helping them find great deals on distressed sales, i.e. short sales and foreclosures. And back then, the market was 25-30% of sales were distressed sales back then. And the deals were just crazy, stupid, ridiculously good back then, especially compared to now. And back then you could pick up properties for probably half of what you can today in some instances, and you could get returns as high as 12, 13, 14, even 15%. I've seen even as high as 20% on some rental properties. But today it's a little bit different. First of all, one thing we're dealing with is very low inventory. Also, the next thing that we're dealing with is much higher prices than we used to see. And also, we've got very low levels of distressed sales. Like I said, back then we were looking at 25-30% of sales were distressed sales. Banks were very eager to get properties off their books. Nowadays, distressed sales make up about 2 to 3% of all sales. And with the market being as high as it is, the few bank-owned properties that we see out there, the banks are spending money to fix them up to get prime dollar for them, because they know that people are paying a lot of money for stuff that's move-in ready. So even on the distress sales, you can't really get that great of a deal. So in today's market, a good rate of return on a rental property would probably be around 8% in our market. So I get people that still come to me and they're still looking for 10, 12% or even more, and it's just really not out there. I mean, you're chasing the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow when you're looking for that, and you're going to end up spending a lot of time looking for properties, and you're going to be disappointed if that's what your expectations are. But 8% is a pretty good number. You may be able to get a little bit higher, in some instances a little bit lower. Really, it depends on what area you're in. If you want a prime area, something in the Northeast, you're obviously going to have to settle for a lower return, because you're going to pay more money on the price, because you're competing with many more owner-occupants on that side of town. But, and on the other end of the spectrum, if you go onto the south side or Frenchtown or some of these areas that are less desirable, you can pick up properties for lower prices and get higher returns, but then you got other issues you're dealing with, bad tenants and things like that. So you got to find that right sweet spot of finding a property that's in a good area, but at the same time getting a good return on your money. So there's a few good areas in town. The Northwest parts of the Northwest are good areas. College side, Lake Jackson area, as well as parts of the southeast, like at Appalachia Parkway, Blairstone area, Park Avenue. Which Park Avenue, the prices are getting kind of high over there too, but but Blairstone area, Appalachia Parkway, Orange Avenue, I'd say east of Jim Lee would also be not bad areas either. So, but 8% is probably about an average good return. That there's a couple other areas too on the south part of town, just south of the Capitol, that are starting to become good transition areas, like over kind of where the new Proof Brewery is in that area, just south of the Capitol. That's another good area to look in. I helped an investor buy a couple duplexes over on that side of town. They got a great deal. So, so in this tough seller's market, how does a buyer find a good deal? So here's kind of the recipe for it, in my opinion. Number one, you got to have patience. You got to understand that it's going to take you longer to find a good deal in today's market. So, whereas before you could probably find a few years ago, even maybe 3 or 4 years ago, it really didn't take that long, maybe a month or 2 months. But now I'd say, it could take you up 6 months or more to find the right deal. So patience is number one. Number two, get on some kind of automatic email notification, or whether it's through the MLS, like if you came to me and we could set up an MLS notification for you where you tell me what your criteria is, and then I set it up on the MLS, and then when properties with that criteria come up, you automatically will get the emails, and they'll come to you as soon as the properties hit the market. You also get emails too for price reduction. So when properties get reduced in price, you'll get the email notification. But you can also set up notifications on Zillow as well, and if you prefer to do it on your own or both. I've got customers where I've got them on automatic email notifications, and they've set up their own on Zillow. So so once you first understand, it's going to take a while. You get set up on the automatic email notifications. Be prepared to move quick when the right deal comes up. Usually, if there is a good deal, if you're on the notifications, you'll be probably one of the first people to see it if you move quick, and it'll give you the best chance. But you got to move quick. It's pretty common. The really good deals, they go within 24 hours. So be prepared to move quick. If you're getting financing, have your pre-qualification letter ready. If you are paying cash, have a proof of funds statement ready that you can submit with your offer, because you do not want any kind of delay. You want to package your offer up in one email, send it out to the listing agent so they get it all as one package with the offer and with the proof of funds or pre-qualification letter. So those are the first three things, and then also it'd be good to have a contractor, a reliable contractor that you can get estimates on work. Some of the best deals come from properties that need some work. The move-in ready properties, you got a whole bunch of buyers out there willing to buy those. But if you have a property that needs some work, it's going to eliminate a good number of buyers, and it will position you to get a good deal on something. But you got to know what you're getting into. So what I suggest is, if you can, have a good contractor on hand that you can get out there fairly quick and get estimates on what the work that needs to be done to these properties, how much it's going to be. And and then also, if you work with me, I can work with you on giving you advice on what properties will rent for. I've got an extensive wealth of knowledge on rentals and what properties rent for. I've been working with investors for the last 13 years. I used to have property management in our office, so I would always bounce things off of them, asking them what stuff rents for, and I've developed a pretty good knowledge of what certain properties will rent for over the years through my own properties and helping other people buy properties. So, and also if there's a case where I'm not sure what it would rent for, I can always call up my property manager, talk to him, or I can go on MLS and I can look up rental values, see what similar places are renting for. So, but figure out what the rents are if you're buying rental properties, and figure out what the costs are, and then what you're going to pay for it, and then that'll give you all the information you need to figure out about what your return on income is. So anyway, those are the major things you want to do. Be patient. Get set up on an automatic email notification. Work with a contractor that can give you estimates on what stuff costs. Have your financing lined up, and your pre-qualification letter, proof of fund statements ready so you can move quickly, and work with a realtor that has good information on what places will rent for. And if you're flipping properties, if you're buying properties to flip, then you need somebody that can tell you what the aftermarket resale value would be once you fix the properties up. So, and again, I've worked with a lot of investors looking to buy properties to rent as well as flipping properties. And we'll get into flipping properties on another video. That's a whole nother subject that we can get into, but I do have experience with that as well. So anyway, that's it for today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email, call, text message, Facebook message me. Be glad to help you guys in any way that I can. And of course, if you guys ever have any friends or family, or if you guys ever need any real estate related services, if you could use help with any real estate related services, feel free to give me a call as well. I'll be glad to help. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you soon.